Here, record it. So, hey guys, welcome to this hangout with Justin from Biznas. He is joining us from Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada, which is a very bustling, growing city in the Okanagan. It's a beautiful region in the interior. So, Justin, hi.
Hey everyone, how are you?
I think they're well. I'm doing well. So basically, the way these hangouts work with the VanHackathon is just Q&A. But first, let me ask you some questions, and then we can have everyone else ask. So tell us, Justin, a little bit about you, and then a little bit about Biznas.
Sure. Yeah. So a little bit about me. I just moved to Kelowna about 2 years ago from Vancouver. My first startup was in the hiring space. We were basically building a Tinder for jobs, if you will. So we had a machine learning algorithm on the back end. So you swipe right if you liked the job or swipe left if you didn't. We went to the Valley with that one, into Silicon Valley, raised a bunch of money. It was an awesome experience. It was kind of my first dip into entrepreneurship and learned a ton. Unfortunately, we ran out of cash in the end. But since then, I've just been trying to grow and build startups. So this is my latest startup, and it's going pretty well. And it's all about trying to simplify the software development process. So my co-founder, he's been doing software development for people, for enterprises like FedEx, AT&T, BlackBerry. I mean, he built the software that sensed the hearts that were transported across the U.S. So for light exposure, if they got jostled too much, if the temperature wasn't right, it would notify the doctors when the hearts were getting close to the hospital to prep the OR room. So he was building, some pretty innovative software for some very large enterprises that couldn't innovate themselves. And what he found is that he kept building the same software for all of these enterprises. So I met him about 7 months ago, and we started talking about this, and then we said, well, let's give it a shot. Let's try and build some common components for enterprises to use so that all these software developers don't have to keep writing the same thing over and over. So, I mean, it's not a new concept. It's definitely been thought of before, but we're taking a enterprise approach at it and trying to start from the top. So we have gotten paying customers since day one, which is fantastic. Revenue's been coming in since day one. We grew our team to about 10. We hired a couple too many juniors, so now we're looking for more intermediate or senior developers, and that's why I've been talking to Ilya at VanHack here, because we've been really impressed with the resumes we're getting in the last couple weeks since I've been on VanHack. So yeah, that's really what we're looking for. And the technologies we're building on is mostly Angular 2 and Java Spring, which is used by a lot of the big banks and other big enterprises. So it's a lot more of the enterprise grade software for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of the
super exciting. So 2 questions. One, is that machine learning algorithm for matching jobs available for sale? We'll talk about that later.
Unfortunately,
cool. No?
Yeah.
Well, we'll definitely talk more about that, because that's something that I was thinking of implementing sometime.
Yeah.
But more seriously, what about the actual software? So you said simplifying software development process. Is that like you guys have an out-of-the-box, ready-to-go framework that people can use? Let's dive a little bit deeper into that, please.
Yeah. So the first 6 months, we're basically scaling up our services team. So we were just purely doing fee for service, and it was so we were just basically a development shop. And now our development shop is at a point where it can support the product side of our company. And that product is, we will be releasing it November 1st, the first portion of it. And it's, I don't know what you want to call it, meta programming. We floated around the word super framework, but some of our developers don't like that word. But it's basically a framework on top of Angular and Java Spring that simplifies how to start using Angular 2. Because I don't know if anyone's tried to start learning Angular 2. It's a little bit difficult right at the start, but then once you get using it, it's not too hard. So we're hoping that everyone will use Angular 2 with this framework that we've built on top. Just because we've taken out a lot of that excess code that isn't really necessary when you're first starting out. So that's the first part. And then with that core, we can then add on common components, and we can license those common components out, because people will be using the framework that my CTO Ryan is writing.
Wow, very cool. Interesting. Maybe that can be one of the challenges, is come up with a name of what to call to call the not the product, but
Yeah.
describe it, how to describe the product. Is it a meta framework? Is it a, I don't know. So guys, there's another challenge. Very cool.
Yeah. Any input on that would be great.
Great. So who are you looking to hire? You mentioned intermediate engineers, Angular 2. What are you looking for in your next team members?
I don't want to sound cliche, but we're definitely looking for entrepreneurial people that are passionate about software development. All of the staff members on our team have, a lot of them actually have dropped out of university in some point in their lives because they were fed up with how they were learning at university, and they were just passionate about they're mostly self-taught, or they had their own startups that they were building. So they're very much like self-taught entrepreneurial software developers, that's what our whole team is made up of. And even our designer, he actually didn't complete his high school degree because he was doing startups. He was building his own startups at age, I think he started at age 12, and then he dropped out by 17. He's like, I can't do grade 12. I don't have enough time for this, my business. So now he's working with us and running his own business on the side. So we are a very entrepreneurial team, and we're looking for, Angular 2 developers. If you have any experience with Angular 1 or Angular 2, I know there's some similar technologies that do translate well. We are interested in meeting with you as well. We'll just have to, put together a little bit more of a training plan, because the contracts we have now are only getting more complicated. And the product we're working on, you have to really know Angular 1 and 2. And it looks like we're doing mostly UI work and more front end. So it's mostly just Angular, but there is some Java Spring work on the back end too. AWS, Docker. So that would be the people we're looking for.
Nice. Fantastic. And last question for me, what about this challenge? It seems like a very fun one, build a browser game, but can we talk a little bit more about it? Just in your own words.
Yeah. So we debated about what challenge to put. We have a lot of people on our team don't believe in coding challenges. They don't believe that it really showcases the work. So we were, and then we saw this video game one, and we thought, people can put in 5 minutes, people can put in a whole day, put in the whole weekend, and come up with something creative that can showcase, who they are. And you can, pick a certain framework to use within that, or just use the HTML that's there. So we really just wanted to be open and allow people to do what they wanted. And hopefully it was fun, because I know you guys are giving up your weekends to do this. So we wanted you guys to have some fun with it. And I know that John, who is, I think his name's like Unbreakable, or on the Slack channel there, he used to build a video game. So I think he's really passionate about that as well. So that's kind of how it came up, and we're excited to see the results for sure.
Yeah, nice. I think a lot of people enjoyed that. I saw you guys were the challenge had the most people working on their challenge. At least people indicating. Yeah. I think it was 20 or something like that, but I'm sure more people are doing it. Anyway, enough for me. Guys, this is your chance. Any questions you have to Justin about anything, ranging from the company, the challenge, and of course, beautiful Kelowna, which is definitely an up and coming tech scene. Actually, that may be my last question is about Kelowna, because I don't know if anyone will ask about it, but I definitely think that there is an advantage to going to a place like Kelowna, especially as a newcomer to Canada, because one, cost of living is much lower. Two, the tech scene is growing a lot, and there are a lot of jobs, and there's just not much tech talent compared to a place like Toronto, Montreal. Whoa. Guys, mute, please. I can't find, there it is. Okay. I think we had Terminator joined us for a minute.
Yeah, I can jump in there if you want.
Please.
So I'm totally biased, but I love Kelowna. First of all, it's just this magical place where there's two huge mountains, Big White and Silver Star, 45 minutes away, and they had 800 centimeters of powder each last year. So if you're thinking about skiing or snowboarding, it's a pretty awesome place for that. It also has an international airport. So the international airport is just, I guess, 20 minutes from downtown. So you can, it's only 130,000 people, but it's the most populated area within about 4 hours. So it has its own international airport. So you can do direct flights to California, right? And, into Seattle and to all these places. But then you can have this kind of, really beautiful, like small town vibe at the same point. There's 220 wineries, the lake. I mean, we have a boat, so we go surfing a lot. We go wake surfing a lot and wakeboarding and stuff. So we always take the team out and do that. So we like to have a lot of fun. And then the tech scene is booming. They just built a new building that'll be ready in about 4 months, and it's only startups and technology companies that are allowed to be in this building. So the government is putting a lot of money into the Okanagan Valley around technology and around startups. And it's actually affordable, unlike Vancouver. Vancouver's amazing. It's a really fun place. I was there for 6 years. But you can't buy a house there, unless you sell your company for a couple $1 million. So that's the Kelowna is a great place for that as well. So if you're thinking, if you have a family, things like that, it's also a really nice place.
Cool. And demand for tech talent is low, or?
No, yes, it is very high. So if you guys go to accelerateokanagan.com and look at their job board, that's where my job is posted as well. You'll see all of the job postings, and they're all technical. So I mean, I've had my post up for 2 months, and I've gotten one person in the past 2 months that I've actually wanted to interview, and I've interviewed four or five people from VanHack Group already. So that just kind of tells you the quality right there. So there is a lot of demand for tech talent in Kelowna, and it's only growing. We have 2 companies that have tripled in size in the last year. And I mean, my company was only started as 2 of us. We went to 10 in 6 months. So I'm tapped out of all the people I know to hire as well. So there's a lot of opportunities. So I would highly recommend. I think Ilya has my contact info, and I'm on the Slack there. But if you guys are looking for a job in Kelowna that, and it's not business, I'm also happy to help you guys as well.
Super, super exciting. So I think we have a good match, a lot of people who want to move to Canada, and a lot of needs. So let's get some matches going. Okay, enough for me. Thanks for those answers, Justin. I actually am now excited to go to Kelowna and visit you guys next summer. So anyone have any questions? I saw some questions here from already in the chat, so let's start with those. You said
okay.
Is it 10 people now, or did you guys go down a little bit from some people left, or did you?
Yeah, we unfortunately had to let 2 people go. We hired a couple of juniors, and unfortunately we just couldn't train them up in time. So we've learned from that now, and we're looking for the right hire, not just trying to hire people because we have open positions.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, totally. You're looking for someone remote, and the big question is always the visa sponsor.
We're totally okay with remote. I think we realize that, to get the right talent, sometimes we have to go remote. I've worked on a remote team. People have run remote teams on our team, and it can work if you do it right. So yeah, totally willing for that. And we wouldn't hire anyone to move here until we worked with them remote as well. Like I wouldn't want to sponsor someone for a visa, or get them to come all the way out to Kelowna if we haven't tested the working relationship. So I would totally be open to sponsoring a visa for the right person, but that would be after 3 months of working remote and testing it out, because that's a big leap for sure.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. I think that's fair for both sides. You don't want to move halfway across the world for a job that you might not be a great fit. So yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I've been working with Phaser.js for the challenge. I'm not so confident or proficient with Angular 2. Is that okay? Is that an issue? I don't know with Phaser.
I mean, so we wanted to keep it open and people could use whatever they wanted to use. That was the whole goal. So that's totally fine. We just said, because we're Angular focused, if you can do it in Angular, there'd be a slight bonus for sure.
Nice. Cool. So Bruno's typing. Okay. I think the best way is there's no way to hire someone without knowing you. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
You guys can unmute yourselves as well and ask a question with your voice instead of just typing.
I swear I'm not that scary.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, if you want to ask a question, that's fine. Any openings for backend Node.js?
So far, everyone's been doing full stack. Right now, November 1st, we're releasing our open source framework there, and our new website will be coming out then. And I'm going back on to do a bunch of business development because now I've found people that I can hire. So who knows? There might be a job posting for backend, but that won't be until January 1st.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Not a game company, the only game challenge. Do you plan to go into the game market, or is that just a coincidence?
No, just a coincidence. The game market is a scary market. It's like I just seen so many people fail in that market. I don't understand what's a hit and what isn't a hit. So Bruno, if you have any insight, let me know.
Cool. What kind of software do you guys build? Oh, sorry, what kind of customers do you guys have now? Enterprise.
So we have a company called Energy Transfer. It's a $5.6 billion company a year. We're transferring all their screens from Angular 1 to Angular 2. So that's what we're trying to specialize in. There's a lot of need for that. You can search online and get a list of people in Angular 1 right now. And there's a lot of big companies in Angular 1. So we're trying to go after them to then help them move to Angular 2 because it's very new. So that's the one. And then we have another one, which is a safety facility. And we do a lot of kind of commercialization of people's products. So if they have a service or a product that they haven't commercialized on the web yet, we also specialize in that because we have such an entrepreneurial team. So for example, this one is they analyze your facility safety, and it's a service. They want to turn it into a product. So we've basically built the landing page for them. We've built where they can upload files and then they can get results on how safe their facility is, and it's all automated. So we've done the front end UI for that. So it's the user interface for that and the landing pages. So we've done a bunch of that. And one of our first projects, which was fun, we built an app so you can order beer and popcorn at a stadium. So you go watch a soccer match or hockey or whatever, and you don't want to wait in those big lines for beer. You can just type it in your phone, and then it texts you and it's ready to go, and you go pick it up, and you pay for it all on your phone and everything. So it's called Popcorn Enabled. I don't know if it's still in the store or not. We built it in an old version of React, so don't judge us. We built it too early. So there's I don't even think they support one of the parts of React that we use. So yeah. But anyways, it was fun, and it was fun to try and use React as well.
Awesome, very cool. Sounds like big customers and a lot of potential. So get in early onto the rocket ship, guys. Awesome, cool. So anyone else? Maybe a voice question? No?
Sorry, I lost my connection a little bit earlier, and I want to know I asked about a remote job or sponsored visa. I guess you already answered that, but I lost my connection and I lost the answer. So if you could repeat that, please.
Yeah, for sure. So we would be happy to sponsor a visa for the right person, but we don't want to hire anyone or get anyone to come all the way to Kelowna and move their whole lives until we've ensured that we're both sides are confident. So it's 3 months of, we're thinking anyways, we haven't done it yet, 3 months of remote work. And then if it looks like it's working out, then we would take step towards, sponsoring your visa or just getting you out here depending on your situation, for sure.
Awesome. Perfect. Nice. Thank you.
I don't have a question, but I just would like to say that the game challenge has been really fun.
Awesome.
And we are having many laughs at our Skype group.
That's great to hear, Alan.
It's going to be really nice.
Oh, I'm excited. Yeah, I'll have to tell John. He's the guy that's really excited about this. So it's Unbreakable Earth. So if you wanted to, shoot him a message at all.
Okay.
Cool. Do you guys have any preview of what you're building? Can we see or share an idea?
I have some sounds.
Cool. Oh yeah. Oh, Bruno, you guys are on the same team. Great. Okay. Nice.
Where is it?
Yeah, you can share a screen.
This is one of them. Did you guys hear that?
Yep.
And this is another one of them. So,
Nice.
so you guys can have an idea.
There you go. Oh, here's some.
All right, what are we seeing here? Intruders of the Stars.
That's awesome.
Entrance Studio. Nice. Cool. Wow.
That's awesome.
I send a lot of emails. That's funny. Cool. That's funny, Bruno. Yeah, or Bruce. Yeah, cool. All right, maybe we can. Yeah, thanks. Cool. So Katya, we have our one and only Russian participant. She mentioned she had a question. So, Katya or Katie, do you want to unmute yourself and ask a question or the question you had?
Hi, Ilya. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Actually, I don't have any questions right now because I just try to understand what I want to from this project, actually. But I need to say thank you about this really interesting task because I think that it's awesome.
That's awesome. That's good to hear.
Cool.
Thank you for spending your time to work on it. I really appreciate it. I know it's your weekend, so I really appreciate this, guys. This is awesome. We're excited.
I tried to spend this weekend not just
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Katya, is it already dark in Russia? What time is it?
This is 7 p.m.
There you go.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Just for everyone to know, Katya is our only VanHack premium member in Russia yet, so far. And she wakes up at 3 in the morning to do the interview practice. So very dedicated. Yeah. Yeah. So no excuses for not moving to Canada, guys. Cool. Awesome. Oh, look at that. You guys have functionality.
Look at that.
Nice.
Intruders of the Stars. I love it.
It's like Space Invaders. Nice.
Yeah.
Explosion.
But way better.
I don't want to show our project anymore.
Wow, Bruce, nice work. Did you do that by yourself? Or are you with a team? Bruce, can you hear me? I don't know. Okay. Bruce.
Yeah.
Hello? Okay. Never mind.
He said by himself.
Oh, I can't see in the chat. Oh, wow. Good job. Nice. All right, cool. So any other questions? Leave a couple of seconds here or a minute, however long you guys need. If you have any questions, please, it's your time to ask. CPU load. Or yeah, we can of course continue give back to the challenge. And I'm sure
you guys
Justin,
are listening.
Oh yes, now we can hear you, Bruce.
My CPU load was a little bit high, so my Zoom just disappeared. But I'm doing this challenge by myself. All the graphics, everything else. I still need to implement some sound effects, but it's a work in progress.
That's awesome.
Great
It's a
stuff.
very fun challenge. I'm really enjoying doing this. And this is my first time as a coder in VanHackathon.
Wow.
Was only a designer, so.
Wow.
That's awesome. Yeah, full stack.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Congrats, dude. Awesome. Well, we're excited to see the final version. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Any other
Great.
questions, guys?
Thanks, everyone.
No? Cool. Yeah, definitely. So Justin, thanks for taking some time in your morning, and I'm sure people will ping you if they have questions throughout the weekend. But yeah, enjoy sunny Kelowna. And guys, yeah, whatever you need, I'm sure Justin will be happy to answer. And best of luck. Get it done. Cool.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks meeting you all.
Спасибо.
Пожалуйста. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.